Welcome to Lost ARK Tips video, you lost bastards. Let's get into it right away with bunch of stuff to share. While leveling, dungeons are going to be played all the time, and you will have option to play them with others, go solo and choose normal or hard difficulty. Story related dungeons are soloable on hard mode and aren't that hard, if you were wondering. They don't offer any significant challenge, but can keep you on your toes at times, which is a good thing because that will force players to learn class better and start thinking how to improve. Farming tip. If you are struggling with farming because of too many monsters and players being a goddamn nuisance, change channels at the top right to move to less busy one to deal with too many players issue. Dealing with too many monsters is done with tools that grant super armor, and I highly recommend using those because of fast monster respawn rate. With super armor you won't get interrupted while farming nodes. Let's talk about engravings. I guess you are aware already on how it works. Basically equip ability stones, engraving effect and accessories to get as many nodes as possible to specific engraving. 2 engraving effects can be equipped, and I strongly advise one of them being class engraving as they are quite powerful. Engraving effects are acquired through engraving chests and bags, and I would advise storing them until endgame content has been unlocked at level 50, at least non-class ones. You can upgrade class-based engraving effects without a worry, as they are most certainly gonna be used. Non-class engraving recipes can be used after you have an idea what to do with the class upon testing it in endgame content. Note that engravings have tiers, so 20 green uncommon recipes are going to get you to higher engraving rank, after which you need 20 blue recipes to progress to higher rank, and so on. When we are on topic of engravings, I would advise saving accessories of rarity and tier that is currently being used. As said earlier, accessories are one of the factors of getting to higher engraving levels. So when tiered gear starts dropping, save highest rarity of that tier, because each accessory can have different engraving bonuses and different combat stat bonuses. For example, upon reaching tiered gear for the first time, it is going to be blue rare tier 1 gear. Store and send to pet inventory if you have that option through crystalline aura, and then mix and match with ability stones and engraving effects to get engravings to higher levels fast. After rare blue tier 1 come epic purple tier 1 accessories, and at that point blue can be dismantled or sold at an auction. Continue doing so every new tier and rarity starts to come into play. Note that accessories and engraving recipes can be sold and bought on auction house. Rapport system is also significant because plenty NPCs offer stat boost potions as a result of reaching specific rank. I would recommend focusing on those NPCs first. Here is a tip that will teach you more about game systems than any of the videos. See training area and training room options under guides. These are updated as game progresses and the new mechanics are introduced, so don't be lazy arse and go learn there. It will help tremendously because I know you know fuck all about what counterattack and weak point is. Battle items you should focus on getting through chests are HP potions, as they are most valuable because during endgame content like Abyssal Dungeon, normal potions can't be used. Another great item is Protective Potion, but HP potions should be priority. If you want to reach endgame faster, then just go for story quests. They offer plenty experience to get to or at least close to 50 when endgame starts to be introduced during Northwern story. At that point onward, your goal is to get item level up by doing daily raids, dungeons and through honing. Only equipped armor and weapon affects character item level. So what you should be doing is completing 1 weekly Abyssal Dungeon, 2 Chaos Dungeons a day and 2 Guardian Raids a day. There is also additional content like cubes, boss rush tower that can grant more stuff to help with character progression. Don't worry if you can't do daily dungeons and raids that day. Rest gauge is there to save you. For each 20 rest accumulated you get double loot. So with 100 rest you get 5 times double loot to catch up on days you've missed. Chaos Dungeon is a bit different than Guardian Raids and Abyssal. Reason is that you can do them as many times as you want, even if Aura of Resonance has been spent and no rewards for completion will be given. Instead, different currency drops that can be used with Chaos Dungeon vendor that stands next to the Chaos Dungeon entrance for additional materials and rewards. Important tip to know about raids and dungeons are battle item change stations. They don't only serve as place to change battle items, but also replenish tokens. What does that mean? For example, during raids, battle items, grenades, potions, utility can be used a limited amount of times. One use, one token. To replenish tokens, get back to battle item change station to continue using battle items. Besides raids and dungeons, there are plenty rewarding roster and side quests all over the world that can be done after daily dungeon and raid quota is done. Next to that, there are island events and UNAS tasks that offer different rewards. When they start popping up, click on them to know if rewards are something that would interest you before wasting time on them. Few more tips about gear management. Honed gear can't be dismantled for crafting materials, so keep that in mind. Honed gear can, however, transfer its honed upgrades to other same type gear piece. One of the more important systems to know about to save time and materials. Now we get to Stronghold. As I already said, HP potions are of utmost importance. They are crafted at crafting station in Stronghold. To craft HP potions, lots of foraging is required, making it probably most important raid skill. Get it as soon as possible to level 10 to forage mushrooms, so that protective potions and distraction grenades can be crafted. Distraction grenades are a great way to deal weak point damage if class or build doesn't have access to weak point skills. At Stronghold there are exchange vendors that are easily missed. They offer other ways to obtain specific materials. One vendor can dismantle materials to powder, which can be used to obtain other materials. Other vendors can exchange seal types, sell crafting tools, recipes, and so on, so check them out. Important system is knowledge transfer. After finishing Northwern, this system is unlocked through quest at Stronghold. What it does is it transfers story progression achieved with one of your characters to another one after they have reached level 50. Dispatch station serves to get rewards by sending crew on raiding missions. There are also special missions where crew can be sent to do raids and dungeons in your stead, but they count towards daily quota of available Guardian and Chaos Dungeon raids that you can do yourself. In my opinion, it is better doing them yourself to get more rewards out of each run. Last part of this video is going to be about quality of life stuff. Control plus right click on any gear locks it in inventory, so it doesn't get transferred to dismantle screen with the rest when performing dismantling. Alt plus right click is a great shortcut for bundle usage, meaning opening or using stacked items at once. Cursor color can be changed by holding Ctrl and scrolling with middle mouse button. There are two particularly useful options that can be changed to benefit players while in party doing dungeons and raids. One is Battle Effects display, to reduce amount of visual effects on screen at once so that players don't lose track of their character. Another option specifically for that is Outline option, that makes player more visible during combat. Under minimap there are plenty instant access options like Proving Grounds, Party Finder, Bifrost and others. There is also instant auction house access. Remove one of instant access buttons under minimap and put market in there instead. Traveling World of Lost ARK is tedious task as ships are too slow. To offset that problem there are a couple options. You are already aware about Song of Return that takes player back to home location. Default one is Lutera Castle. Another option is Bifrost. With Bifrost players can set other instant travel locations. With Crystalline Aura 2 additional slots are available. To unlock 2 more slots, Bifrost key is required. One key is obtained after reaching roster level 60. Other one is by collecting 9 Ignia tokens and exchanging them for Bifrost key at Ignia token vendor. One can be found in Pride Home, first area of the game. Ignia token is acquired after getting 100% in Adventurer's Stone for each continent. Last thing to mention are marinas. During long voyage they can be used for temporary pit stops to repair ships and prepare for upcoming events, or just to continue voyage with fully prepared ship. Anyway, that would be all for this video, hope it helps. Stay tuned for more Lost Ark content and check out the description for Discord, Patreon and Subscribe Star links for people that want to support the channel further.